Hello, welcome to the Heart of Success show. I'm your host, Larisa Vakulina, and I am here on this podcast, redefining success and helping you to move from the relentless pursuit of success into the true success. I'm making record today. It's dark outside, but today I'm going to share with you a very powerful presentation, which is truly from my personal experience of how I traveled and journeyed from the painful experiences of being exhausted, of tired being tired, um, from all of this conflicting, busy, very hard working and fully immersed into the success race that is took all my energy, and then the price I paid for it was really high. The price of almost losing my life. Is this price is high enough to actually look at what's going on in our life, what's going on inside of us when we are embrace the true power within ourselves. We start to really create life that we love to live, the life that is filled with joy, happiness, free creation, more vital energy. And it's a road, it's a journey. You can't do it overnight, but there is a steps that you can take to actually pay attention to different areas of your life and start to make little small changes and adjust to that new discoveries that you find within yourself, and start to change your life in accordance to this new reprogrammed parts of yourself and renewed a person through this process. A few episodes ago, I was sharing with you the visual representation, the visual graphics of where are we at in the moment. There was 5 stages of what I went through, from being super mega successful to always having the feelings of something is missing. I didn't really pinpoint it what was this, and I always tried to suppress these feelings that are always come up when I'm by myself, when I'm alone at night. While at the daytime, I was trying to have the stimulation of this outside external world, with all the networking, with making myself busy, running business, managing everything, controlling family, and all of these things that illusionary and seemingly been giving me sense of being in control of my life. But this really is an illusion. And until I worked it out and connected to myself and went through the breakthrough point, only when my body gave me a very strong sign of getting sick. And that sickness for me was a terminal. It was life-threatening disease that allowed me to wake up quickly, that allowed me to actually look within and find this internal place that I've been forgotten about, that I didn't even knew existed. Because I was functioning all the time here on the external world, living my life designed by someone else, and I didn't even know what my life looked like. If you remember that episode, if you don't, go and have a look at that episode, because it really gives a very good the points, the markers where you may find yourself being in this moment in your life. There is a mega success that you feel like you're on the top of the hill, but there's always that hidden little feelings something is missing. And what my invitation here is that don't miss this point. I did. I missed it. I actually was hoping that it gonna to go away with more money, with more projects, with more contracts, with more networking, with more connect with other people. And I was chasing tail all the time, but this feeling never subsided, never went away. It always been growing within. And eventually, of course, I created big, deep crisis. And even then, I didn't really know how to deal with this, how to go and ask for help. I was just dealing it by masking it all and hiding it within myself, thinking it's gonna to go away because externally I am mega successful. I am running successful business that grows so much that it's became number 3 fastest growing company in Australia. I was awarded with multiple business awards, and externally, my life was perfect, almost like the perfect life that you ever can have because I had access to everything. All these luxurious things, clothes, hotels, travels, holidays, houses, cars, you name it. But internally, I was having this feeling something is missing and I didn't pay attention. But then when I went to deepest crisis, I actually been collapsed. I just collapsed. First, I had a deep depression, which I didn't pay attention to. I didn't ask for help. Then it's become anxiousness and panic attacks, which again, I thought it's just me. I'm just not copying well. I'm not good enough and I need to run faster and do more to deal with these things. I didn't pay attention. I didn't go and seek any help. And then, of course, I created the deepest crisis in my life, which I need to leave my business. I need to leave my partner. I need to leave all that I thought is actually representing who I am. I needed to let go of everything that didn't serve me anymore. But back then I didn't know. I thought this is my life. But when I got my life-threatening disease, my intuition told me, why are you surprised? You have never been living your life. What? I was just so confused. How didn't I live my life? I did live my life. But then when I start to give myself space and time and become silent, all the answers come to me. I didn't live my life. I lived the life that was designed for me by someone else. We all live in lives that predisposed or pre-programmed for us. We go in one narrow path of going to school, having education, obtain professional skills, buy houses, cars, have children, and that's the standard life that they made us believe is bringing us happiness, but it didn't. And I went through all of these steps of pain, confusion, of conflict, of discord, but I didn't pay attention. And then when I actually was hit by terminal disease, the breast cancer diagnosis, I woke up very quickly. And I provide for myself space and time to actually be with this diagnosis and sit with this diagnosis and listen what my internal self is telling me, what is teaching me through this expression, what did I create in my life, the price I paid for the ignorance of going through as little signs by ignoring them, I got hit very hard. So, and from this awakening, I decided that I will trust fully, and I healed my cancer through organic, natural way without any medical intervention, actually by not doing anything, but by just shifting my mind and opening my heart and trusting what my intuition is saying. And I created this visual representation of the stages so that you can actually find and recognize where you at in your life. You may well have all the success and all the abundance, but you still have that little feeling something is missing. You still feel that maybe your relationships are not so happy or healthy. Maybe when you're alone, you crave for a connection. Maybe there is a lack of really true, authentic connection for with someone else or even with yourself, because you're constantly running externally and looking for the stimulation, for more contracts, for more money, for more deals, for more contacts, and for attending a lot of functions and travel and go to restaurants. All of these are well good, but when you are alone at home at night, that's where that little feeling is knocking and calling all the time that something is missing. There's something more in life, but you don't know what, and you keep ignoring, hoping it will go away. Then it is a crisis. When you are in crisis, you're more willing to look deeper and ask for help. But again, not all of you. You still keeping and rejecting this state. You still holding up your mask of being successful, of having all control, and keep doing it until you collapse. Why? Why do we do this? I did, and now I'm having my purpose to warn to warn you, to share with you that this is very dangerous state to be. If you just have little signs, well, pay attention to them. If you miss the little signs, you're gonna to get the big one, and the big one gonna to hit you hard, and that's a bit harder to get yourself out of these bigger problems with your health. Your body is going to tell you, and the body will always create stronger and stronger and stronger signs to tell you you're not living your life. You're living someone else's life. So that's how it was for me. And it was really, really difficult. I was completely confused. I was squashed. I was collapsing. I needed to leave my business. I needed to leave my marriage. I needed to let go of everything that didn't serve me any longer. And I become one on one, face to my terminal disease, realizing that I am actually could just die. And so I could just leave this earthly plane and leave my physical body. But I still decided to trust it. For some reason, I was feeling and have this inner knowing that my body is so intelligent. It's just not gonna to create something that is not gonna to wake my awareness and wake me up for nothing, so that I can just out of fear go and do impulsive decisions about my life. So I healed my cancer organically. And then I start to think how I can help you, any successful woman there that is struggling. May well possibly you're not struggling. Maybe you find yourself in a stage of absolute true success, where all areas of your life is aligned, fulfilled, in abundance. everything. You have your loved ones loving you. You have your relationships healthy and all fulfilled. You have your health optimal. You have your professional expression all in a high level of purpose and joyfulness, and you reach your full potential. And I'm really, really, really happy for you if you are at that state. But most of us going through these stages of some deficit, some crises, limitations, sickness, conflicts, and all of these things that are cutting our success in half. So our success become one-sided. Either we are successful in our family and relationships, but we don't have a lot of resources, financial resources, or the other way around. We have a lot of resources and financial freedom, but we're missing this personal fulfillment. So today I'm going to share with you again a very intimate and personal process that I thought and I went through myself, and I believe it helped me a lot. So I'm going to share um, a little presentation here, which is in the form of the flower, six petals flower. And I go for each of them and explain what it means. So when I actually was in crisis and when I went through the breakthrough process of listening my intuition and trusting what intuition says and looking at all areas of my life, and these areas become these six. And I realized if only I look and pay attention to one of them, two or three, but not all, my success always gonna be one-sided. So I looked at all of them, and then I realized that the integration of all of these areas of your life and healing all areas of my life in these areas gonna to bring me success, the true success, integrated success that is gonna be for all areas of my life, all rounded, and I would become completely fulfilled, happy, joyful person in my life. And I start to work first with a passionate purpose. I realized that when I had my export business, very successful, very demanding, but I didn't feel that that was my purpose. I didn't really remember when I was a little girl that I would just dream about becoming an exporter or do logistics and things and managing team for the export. So that was not my dream. I actually was very, very, very creative, but I put it aside thinking that creativity is just could be a hobby. Even with a hobby, I never get to this. So because I was so busy running business and having that success race that I didn't even come back to my dreams of a little girl to do anything about it. So I looked at passionately at my purpose, and I realized that I love to work with people. I love to connect to people, and I love to help them in whichever way I can, mostly from my personal experience, mostly from what I went through and how I accessed this part of myself that is so powerful. So if I can actually share with you this experience, and if you listen, and maybe there is a connection and you would get it, and that can help you too. So then I looked at self-connection. I knew back then that I was not connected to myself. And I realized if I'm not connected to myself, how I can know what my purpose is. So these two, passionate purpose and self-connection, are really connected to each other. They are go hand in hand. So then I, of course, because I was in my life-threatening stage of illness and sickness, I really need to look at my physical health. And I realized that my physical health and my uh, physical symptoms and diagnosis is a navigation tool. It is a compass that my body is sending to me to warn me, to tell me important message. And I did listen to my body and I trusted. So I really looked at physical health from the angle of not treating that just that one disease. It was very integrated approach. Then, of course, I realized when I get my body back into the optimal health and I was going through the process of self-connecting, and I realized my purpose is to help people to understand how powerful they are. I realized that what was lacking is the emotional maturity. We never ever look at this area of our life as a rich area of unknown. We really suppressing this part of ourselves. I remember even when I was little girl, when you cry and when you just want to express your feelings, you really quickly shutting down by parents saying, oh, you just be strong. Just especially it is related to boys. And when I was in my generation, it was related to the girls as well. We were not allowed to express our feelings as if we don't have them. So the emotional maturity is really not there. But the whole humanity right now only stepping into the space of being emotionally at the teenager's state. But individually, we can make the choice to grow emotionally and mature emotionally to become responsible adults that can take responsibility for everything in your life, not only for the good things, but also for all the negative experiences. Well, when I actually looked at all these four areas, then I realized that without support system, regardless of how much I'm paying attention to my purpose, to my self-connection, to my physical health, and keep growing emotionally, without support system, I really would not get far. So a support system for me meant not only to have someone around me to give me a hand, but also the space around me and my inner space. So this has to be a full alignment of the support system within my internal landscape and my energetic flowing of the free energy, as well as my working and living environment. So all of this needs to be balanced, harmonized, and aligned so that it works together, so that my external environment helps me to live my purpose, so that it is supports me from on all levels. So that's what I have created, and I know the steps how to do that, how we can improve our living and working environment in our offices, in our properties, in our houses, because I went through a rigorous training about eco energy in environmental analysis that I can do and measure the energetic foundation of your living and working environment. And of course, when once you do all of these five, what left is healthy relationship. This is the richest, the most mysterious, the most needed area of human experience, healthy relationships. That's what we all are longing for. That's what we all are having that deep, deep, deep desire to connect with someone else on a deeper level. And unfortunately, in our modern life, it is really seems like people don't know how to connect. And again, healthy relationships related very much to self-connection, because if you not self-connect to yourself, you cannot build your healthy relationships. So all of these six areas needs to be looked at in a very proportionate way, so that it all healed. And when you heal all of these areas, well, then you are set up to create happy, fulfilled life all the way around, not only in one area or another area, or not only in one area at the cost of the another area. It's gonna be very integrated, rounded approach to your to the process. So basically, this is all these six areas of life that I went through one by one, simultaneously together. And when I self-connected to me, to my core essence, then straight away I realized what my purpose is, and my physical body, my physical health improved so much, so that I healed my breast cancer. And then from that, I realized the emotional maturity needs to be established, needs to be constantly in development stage, not only just get from that point to that point, but it's always there. I'm still learning, growing, developing, but I built my support system. I created sanctuary that is fully energetically balanced, harmonized, recalibrated. It supports me in my purpose to share with you that you are so powerful. You are amazing being that can create anything in your life, anything you want. If I could heal myself, you could too. So I really would like to say thank you. Please like it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's do it together. If you have any questions, by the way, let me just put that link here. It's going there. If you go there, you're gonna to get that road map that is in having my six areas of life that you need to look at. It has the representation of the stages. Where are you at? You can find out where are you at in your life right now, and what areas of your life are missing your attention. And there's more in this roadmap. You can download it, you can print it, you can have a look and find yourself on this journey. Where are you at? And if you need any help, please contact me. Please go onto my website, and please and just my website here. Just connect with me. I know I have a strong Russian accent, but I can speak slowly. And if you listen to me, we connect. And then there is possibility that my journey, that my healing, that my process from being absolutely exhausted, collapsed, sick, ineffective, unhappy person, to an absolute happy, joyful, fulfilled life, to the person that have absolutely, totally a lot of energy. I don't have tiredness anymore. That's how important it is to go through that internal understanding of where you're at and what you do and how you do it, what areas of your life are missing from your consciousness. So go and download this brochure or the roadmap that can give you a bit more understanding, and we can work together. We can journey together. I know I've been there. I know how hard it is, how difficult it is, but this is the only way. If we keep ignoring these stages, these pains, these signs that the body sent to us, we dig in a deeper trench to our unwellness, to our conflicts, to the pain, and eventually we can lose businesses, we can lose success. So when you go through this process, you can create true success. Thank you so much. It was lovely to share with you today my own personal journey with you, and I'll talk to you next week. Thank you so much.